It is 8:30 in the morning. It is too fucking early for some bullshit. But unfortunately, even I cannot ignore how hilarious this is. Like, I have to actually read this. This is actually the funniest shit I've read in a while. I went down the rabbit hole of Frog Tony and Dirty Dalish leak. Wow, I'm so tired. Of the Frog Tony and Dirty Dalish leak. At the lowest levels of the internet. It really is at the lowest levels of the internet. Watched hours of stream that had only been watched by 1 to 300 people. Yep. And I've distillated this tale of simping comics and prostitute elves. It's true, prostitute elves. A tale of female betrayal and OnlyFans simp exploitation. This is literally what this is. Tony's a dumbass, but literally, Dalish is a piece of shit liar. Like, anyone that believes that dirty ass fucking piece of garbage is an idiot. This is a modern Shakespearean. Please do not bring Shakespeare into this absolute cornball fest. Please leave him out of this. Should I read this in the French accent? Should I do that, Francois? Should we do the Francois? Because I don't want to do the Francois. I don't feel like it. This is a modern Shakespearean live streaming drama, which informs. You know what? I don't feel like doing this. I'm not fucking Triple P, bro. I don't have the energy. I mean, I do, but I don't have the stupidity in my head to actually do this. Like, I don't have the actual immaturity anymore to do this. Fuck it, yes I do. Which informs us on the ecological consequences of extreme poussée, rarity in any area, physical or virtual. When that happens, everything goes to shit. Thank you. Our main protagonist is dirty. Protagonist? Our main antagonist, you mean? Fuck that bitch. She ain't no fucking protagonist. Well, no. Well, I guess the protagonist doesn't actually have to be the hero of it. You know what? Even then, you know what? Yeah. I feel like they're all side characters within a story that's meant for side people. But okay, we'll keep a protagonist. All right. Our main protagonist is Dirty Dalish, an elf ear-wearing cosplay porn star. And I think that's generous of star, don't you think? And cosplay OnlyFans clown operating on OnlyFans, as I just said. The explosion of OnlyFans prostitution in the last few years has created a race toward specialization. It is no longer sufficient to be just one more new girl with her own pictures. OnlyFans girls now target specific communities in order to increase the efficiency of their money extraction from males. Dirty Dalish is a product of the second wave, specifically targeting gamers, comics enjoyers, and elf-wearing weirdos of all kinds. Women are social climbers that will use you to achieve a set goal and then step over your dead body to get carried by other men after you. OnlyFans women are simply the ones who have taken those principles to the professional level. This is actually based by JF. And I know JF is sus. We're not going to talk about the sus part of the JF thing, but this is actually based. Feeding into the carcasses of men whom they've cultivated hope that maybe there's a chance. Enter Frog Tony, a low-grade male live streamer in a hyper-specialized streaming community called the Comicsgate Anti-HGW live streamers. Is that what we call these retards? I just call them retards, but all right. In a sub-community of hyper-specialized anti-HGW's comics live streaming itself, a sub-community of us. Oh my fucking, he's not wrong, but oh my God. Wow. As you guys see, this is Dirty Dalish. Now, personally, I don't know what man felt like is attracted to this. I will look at you with the biggest side eye in the history of side eyes if you are attracted to something like this. Because then I don't think you are gay. I thought she was a man the first time I saw her. I thought she was a transitioned male. Not going to lie. During the fall of 2024, a friendship develops between Frog Tony and Dirty Dalish. Friendship. She starts appearing on the extremely low viewership. Jesus Christ, this is just evil. Of Frog Tony, which are so specialized, even I, a certified autist, can't even understand what they're about. He's basically just dunking on him and then being nice about it by saying specialized. He's basically saying, this shit's ass and it's boring. Comics or games. The friendship develops on a background of flirty sexual DM exchanges between Frog Tony and Dirty Dalish, which have now come to light and are being recorded in history as the cringiest sexual electronic relationship that humanity's ever witnessed. Dirty Dalish talks of the difficulties of being an e-prostitute. Frog Tony offers her a position as a pet elf girl. Jesus Christ. This is god level. Just wow. Okay. The friendship develops on a background of flirty sexual DM. Oh, right. My bad. Dirty Dalish talks of the difficulties of being an e-prostitute. Shut up, bitch. God damn. Anyways. Frog Tony offers her a position as a pet elf girl. All right. Now, while this may seem cringy, after reviewing the whole of the conversations, I conclude that the interaction was mostly playful, sexual banter going back and forth. It was cringy. It was fucking cringe. But here's the thing. She should have never leaked it. Because anyone, she leaked all this shit, by the way. She should have never leaked it. And that's the problem with trusting these dirty fucking, I'm done calling her names and shit. You know what she is. There's no point calling her anything. Because you already know what she is. She's trash. And everyone knows that. Okay? You know it's bad when Mint Salad's crazy ass is going, bro, you are trash. Mint Salad of all people. Come on now. No offense to Mint Salad or whatever. I mean, I still give me the other day. She's like, I don't want to fucking see you on my feed. I mean, I'm like, okay. It's not watching me, bitch. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Shit. You know she's giving advice about how to spot fucking manipulators and shit. I'm like, okay, but where was any of this with the last 10 years of your life? Whatever, dude. All these people, I think, just do shit that piss me off in ways where I'm just like, I just want to slap the shit out of you for being stupid. I don't even care about the illegal shit anymore. I don't even care about if I just hate stupid people so much that I want to hit them upside the head with a 2x4. Anyways. Anywho's. Okay. Eventually, the playful sexual banter turns to professional invitations, and Dirty Dalish ends up appearing on Frog Tony's show. She seems to be enjoying the geeky talks and engages in the geeky discussions while pursuing some degree of sexual banter with the three co-hosts of the show, including Frog Tony. Tony, buddy, you were getting work, Tony. She's working. Oh, seriously, dude, what did y'all see? What did you see? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's corny, but like it's not. It shouldn't have ever been leaked. From Frog Tony's perspective, having an elf-eared, I'm not calling her that. That's earned. You had to earn that title, bro. You had to work in. She sucks. So no, elf-eared fucking OF bot on his small show could only be good. Sure, if you understood boundaries, understood the relationship, yes, it would have been fine. Tony didn't. That's what I will criticize Tony for. You should have known better than to fucking... And I can say maybe he fell... No. You got played, bro. You did get played. And you got played because you didn't understand that this girl is not ever going to be relationship material. You got to be a bit misogynist on certain women. I hate to say that, because that's fucked up. And I know I'm not trying to be this... And I don't think, especially after yesterday, it opened my eyes like, man, I've been too judgmental. But I will say this. Women like that, you have to be judgmental about. Because until they get the self-esteem to start being judgmental on themselves, you're going to have to treat them like the plague. Because if you don't understand that this girl was just working you for shit, I don't have to tell you, bro. Maybe you wanted to be worked. I don't know. But I don't feel like you wanted to be worked, homie. Like you actually believe that there's something there. And I'm telling you, there wasn't anything there. This chick, even if she was a viably, like she actually had reciprocated any real feelings towards you, I'm telling you this. She is broken. And she needs to go fix what's broken before she actually can, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to talk about all this, but there's nothing ever there for you. I'm just being honest. First, she would build her own YouTube channel and would inevitably become bigger than him, which is hilarious. Then she could Then she could eventually bring back audiences to his YouTube channel when she is bigger through the continued collaboration. It's a symbiotic growth relationship, and Grog Tony is overly generous with her, and that's the problem. You didn't treat her like you should have treated her, bro. She's trash. I'm not saying you got to be demeaning or whatever. No, what I'm saying is everyone around you, and I know this from talking to Saggy, from talking to my friends, they all told you she's not good for you, bro. She's not good for you. She's not good in general. She's not good. Everyone warned you. And now JF gets it so right here. That's crazy to me how this guy just got it right. He gets decided randomly, I'm just gonna just kill this shit. JF dub. Fucking ring it up. But it's true. Anyways, helping her build her channel by rating her streams with a small audience in order to bring up her subscriber count. On September 7th, 2024, Frog Tony even leverages his contact with Dick Masterson, which is probably one of the worst things you could have is contact with that guy, but whatever, to show Dirty Dalish that he's got some real social escalating power. That's not power, Tony. That is a dying ship. No, Tony. No. Dick Masterson is not a viable fucking platform. Dick Masterson is a dying star. Okay? A viable platform, this dude is going to be fucking gone in like the next 2-3 years at best. I don't think he's going to actually be. He's not relevant as it is. But the dude isn't even. When the Kino Casino is saying, we're not going to cover you, even though that they genuinely hate you, you know you're cooked. You know it's over. When Triple P is saying, you're not even worth it anymore. That's how you know it's over, bruh. Because they'll cover fucking Review Tech USA to this day. They cover Richard Masucci. You can't fuck. That is beyond fucked, brother. That's bad. They're covering guys like Darkside Phil. You're telling me that Dick Masterson is now so pathetic that he's below fucking Darkside Phil in terms of entertainment? Not because of the numbers, whatever. Phil has this weird dichotomy in following that I'm not even going to fucking go into. He'll never be irrelevant to an extent because of the people that have made an actual community off of the lore of A-logging him. I mean, I was even, like, it's funny, like, I was talking a little bit of friendly banter to fucking DSP Historical Society, who is one of the greatest whales of our time. I love that dude. He's awesome. But what's funny is I'm like, we have a literal community of DSP detractors that are all jolly, lovable weirdos. I mean, there's some real dumb, special, stupid people in there, but for the most part, I mean, you have like a whole shitload of like, it's like an entire community of people just congregating off of shitting on Darkside Phil. It's really funny to me. Like, it's an entire jolly community. It's fucking insane. It's like Santa Claus's workshop, but instead of gifts, we're just exchanging Darkside Phil clips. It's fucking crazy over there. But I can never be a part of that because I hate Phil so goddamn much because it's go away heat. I can't stand him. I can't stand watching him. He's insufferable. I'd rather fucking put my head through a wall. Anyways. But yeah, Dick Masterson, I went on an entire tirade. I apologize. Like, I went on an entire tirade, and then I went to Darkside Phil's. Wow, that's ADHD for you. I just went into an entire tirade on Darkside Phil. But no, Dick Masterson is irrelevant. No, that is not good social climbing power. That is dead. It's over. It's cooked. He's done. He's finished. He's felt it. He's fucked. He's gay. Okay, we're good. To show Dirty Dalish that he's got some... he promotes Dirty Dalish to Dick Master. That was his first mistake. Because now she's like, oh, I don't need you anymore. Now I got what I wanted. Yo, JF fucking nailed this. This is a phenomenal... This right here was your first mistake. You basically introduced her thinking this is a good idea, like a good way to show good faith and that you were a good guy to her. No, Tony, you gave her a new contact that's better than you. I mean, yes, Dick Masterson is a dying star and has no actual clout or pull. But for her, it's a giant step up from you. And I hate to be that guy because I hate you, but I hate you way less than I do Dick Masterson. Like, I really hate Dick Masterson. He's a disgusting human being. He absolutely is a disgusting being. He's less than human, okay? He is he didn't deserve to even be a father at this point. The fact that he is a disgrace to humanity. But whatever. Beyond that disgusting sludge ball. I hate it because even if I hate him less than you gotta understand this is a bad move, buddy. But again, you didn't see this as what you should have saw it as, even though everyone around you warned you. We all, well, not we. I didn't give. I wasn't. I don't care about you. I wouldn't. Even if I was there at the time and not in my own fucking, not doing my own thing at the time. Even though, like, yeah, we share, like, everyone, we share friends around the community and all that. But like, I don't actually give a flying fuck what this guy does. I don't care. I only care to cover it when it's hilarious. Like, this is truly fucking hilarious. But for the most part, I don't care about Tony's shit unless it's like interesting, and it has to be really interesting. I don't care about Eric July. I'd rather anything else but care about Eric July. Like Sturgis, I'll make fun of Sturgis because I find Sturgis to be stupid, and I enjoy making fun of stupid people. But other than that, I don't really care. So I wasn't there for the shit going down with Dalish at all. I wasn't in any of those conversations. I don't know what the fuck. I only know because I asked after the fact for investigative reasons. And I will tell you this from all accounts, you were warned 1,000 times. And everyone, like, shared the same frustration. We fucking told his dumbass. He was stupid. And that's the thing. Now you're finding out. It's like, yeah, dude, everyone told you. I keep saying we. No, not we. I mean, it's something I would have said behind the scenes, but I wouldn't have helped you. I would have already let you fall. Because I don't care. I have no prerogative to help you. So I would have been like, he's going to fall. Have fun. I just watched the whole thing happen. Anyways, he promotes for an appearance on his show. She hearts the message. 1 month later, she appears on the Dick Masterson show. I told you, I will do what I can to help you grow and become more famous. What a fucking idiot. Excuse me. What an absolute idiot. What are you, dumb? What are you thinking? Jesus, dude, JF's recounting makes this actually worse than it actually is. I mean, no, actually, no, let me rephrase that. It makes it worse because it's the truth. He actually sheds an entirely new perspective that I didn't even think about because I was covering it at a surface level value. But now that I go back, it's even worse. Somehow it's worse. This is worse. Oh my God. What are you doing? What were you thinking? What were you thinking putting this girl on? What were you thinking with this? It is heartwarming to see how much Frog Tony is an idealist romantic. Has given his all to this girl without asking anything in return. Idiot. Idiot. In fact, in multiple communications around those times, Frog Tony checks for consent from Dirty Dalish at all steps. Do you want us to meet in L.A.? She expresses enthusiasm at the idea. She asks if he will be possessive if other men flirt with her. He asks her if she should be. She says no. Says it's fine. God damn it, Tony. Fucking moron. Fucking idiot. Like, there's levels of stupid that I cannot even handle. This is just beyond. What I see emerge, like, it's actually maddening how certain dudes I just look at and go, you're just, like, are you like, this is, it's kind of funny, though, that even after all this, Mersh talked the most shit about Tony, and he'll probably laugh at this, but a reminder to Mersh, you still took in a girl that bucked Ethan Ralph raw. And then your actual fucking response to this was, well, I mean, she's already been with a guy like Ralph, so clearly that she won't leave me because she doesn't really have standards. That was your literal response. She doesn't have standards, so that's why she won't leave you. Tony's still better than you. No matter what, Tony will always still be better than you in this sense. So, nah, Mersh, you don't get to laugh at Tony. I get to laugh at all of you. You, motherfuckers, as I choose to stick to myself and not get into relationships right now. Man, I'm in the process of trying to move in the next 6-7 months, obviously, but even then, I choose not to be a part of this shit for a reason. Because I see it, man. You motherfuckers are marks, nigga. You're marks. You guys get played for this shit, and I don't know why. I mean, Tony, like, I can understand Mersh, because Mersh is just a decrepit, self-loathsome bastard. it's fitting for Merch to, the best he can do is Ice Dancer, which is a train wreck. For Tony, the dude's been married before. I think he has kids, so you could easily find a decent woman that isn't on this pathetic level. You just gotta start being mature, or get it, or like really get your head out of your ass. Like, that's what's frustrating. Because there's no reason to give a chick like this any bit of fucking headspace. She's garbage, man. When everyone around you said she was trash. But then again, I can't get too mad because, you know what? The same thing happened with Chris. But here's the difference between Chris and Tony. Nicole is 10 times hotter and 10 times more, 10 times better, being more manipulative than Dalish. 10 times. I understand. Like, dude, like Nicole, like, let's be real. If Nicole wanted to be a nerd, she probably would have took over that whole space within like fucking like 3 weeks. That's not a compliment, by the way. That's just how fucking dangerous that shit is. So I can't. It happened with Chris, but here's the thing: Chris was like, that's a professional. She's a professional. Dale's just some dumb bitch on OnlyFans just trying to make a quick buck. And it just doesn't have no real sex appeal to me. Which, hey, doesn't matter because you don't really need to fucking farm out some cash from a bunch of low down, dirty, filthy simps. But you know, Nicole's a professional. That's what sucked. Plus, Chris is going through like the real personal shit at the time. So maybe that's what's going on with Tony. He's going through personal shit. I don't know. But you gotta see how dumb this is, bro. What I see emerge at this point is... Okay, so what I see emerge at this point... I lose my place when I get onto my own talking points. My bad. What I see emerge at this point is a Frog Tony who is entirely conscious of the relationship he is in. No, he's not! He's stupid. He's thinking it's going to get better. If he was fully conscious of the relationship, then none of this would have happened. None of this would have been leaked, and none of this would have turned into the mess that it did. If he was conscious of the reality. He's conscious of what's going on right now, only enough to where he's like, listen, I waited out, and she'll see that I'm the best of them all. That's retarded. Retarded. It is. Now, anyways. He's interacting with an OnlyFans girl. He is not being deceived that she's in love with him. He would take the BJ if it came for free. We all would. Not from her. Not from her. No, thank you. Sorry, dude. She's fucking... I thought the whole thing was Frog Tony literally fell in love with a non-binary person. That's what I actually thought when I first saw her picture. I said, is that a post-op? That was my literal first comment. Chris's first comment, looks like a fucking dude. We both thought it was a dude caught like that. We went through a surgery. I shit you not. I'm not talking shit. I'm not trying to actually be mean, even though I know it's being mean. And I don't care about her fucking feelings. She's trash. So me hurting her feelings, fuck that disgusting. She's disgusting. I don't give a fuck what that person goes through. She's a pathetic human being. I don't care. I'm just saying what I saw. And no, absolutely not. Maybe Tectone. Tectone would, because Tectone's gay. So Tectone would do it. Anyways. By the way, you guys know you violated his order? What a fucking moron. He is an actual fucking retard. Like, stupid is stupid. Man, Tectone just is rewriting the actual, like, the rule book on stupid. And there isn't even a rule book on stupid, because it's stupid. He is interacting with an OnlyFans. Okay. But he's not delusional about it. Yes, he is. But you'll understand why. He is genuinely willing to limit the interaction to friendship, discussion, banter, if that is what she wishes. A supreme gentleman in every regards who appreciates the professional partnership in streaming and shared geekiness. That's not what I see. I see a dude that's trying to wait this out and see, she'll see that I'm the best, which I think is dumb. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe JF actually has a good point on this. I disagree. I think he's just trying to wait it out in this situation and think she will see that I'm the best option, which is dumb. During this time, Frog Tony's stream naturally receives big super chats, having an e-girl on, and he shares apparently these subscribers by paying many things for Dirty Dalish. Oh my god. That's what I mean. And that's why I don't agree with JF's assessment at the time. Because that just doesn't help. Money transfers, meals delivered to her house, Amazon wishlist purchases, It would seem he's probably pouring more money into her than he's making from her stream appearances, but that just illustrates his generosity. Let me actually make this very clear. And I'm not, and this is what I will say about Tony, because I know my own friends, like are friends with Tony. I never will be, but I understand this. I don't actually really want to paint Tony in a negative light with what I'm doing in this video. I actually pity Tony on this one because I understand what he was seeing here. I think that maybe JF has a point. Maybe I'm looking at it from my own bias lens. I did say that I'm being too judgmental and I got to change. So let's look at it from the other lens. So he did treat this as a professional relationship at first. He did see it as a relationship in where, hey, this is a great opportunity for me to build this girl. And maybe that's a smart decision. You know, it's kind of ironic. He kind of did if he actually treated this girl the way that Riley should have treated Mint. That's fucked up. You know what? W Tony. You know, if Riley actually treated Mint like this, Mint wouldn't have fucking went on with some other dude. Not to say that, you know, Mint didn't do her own fair share of stupidity in that relationship. We all know that. But the reality is this. Riley is such a piece of shit that this is how he should have treated Mint. But he didn't. So actually, dub Frog Tony. All right, I'll give it to him. He shares really. No. It would seem he's probably okay. It is in this context of extreme prudence and gentlemanly approach from Frog Tony. By the way, JF is absolutely doing such a great job trying not to shit on Tony, even though I know he's gonna drop the bomb on him. It's gonna be so devastating. Right? Like, you have a feeling he's building this up. He's going to drop the bomb in this thread. He's going to drop it on Tony, and I hate it. I hate that for Tony. That the dreaded sentence that every simp, there we go, comes to hear once in their lifetimes. We aren't sleeping together. You know that, right? Oh! No! Oh! Oh! That hurt. That hurt my soul. That hurt my soul. There's the bomb. There it is, the motherfucker. I knew JF was fucking dropping that bomb, that piece of shit. I knew it was coming, you Frenchie fuck. I knew it was coming, Frenchie. I felt it from the ether. I felt it from the eons. I felt it in my soul that this motherfucker's gonna drop the bomb. There's the bomb. There it is. An unequivocal statement by her to clarify that there would be no sex at the physical encounter point. He doesn't seem fazed by it. Idiot. In line, and I guess my actual former point about he thought he could wait this out was right. There it is. I knew it. I knew it. I was right. I knew it. I was fucking right. I was fucking right. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's go. He doesn't seem fazed. Oh, okay. He's genuinely interested in pure discussion and friendship, given that they have been streaming together. Okay, he's still actually trying to defend Tony here. He's still actually defending Tony here. I think his whole point is Tony was manipulated and basically played by this bitch, which was my point too. But I felt that Tony was stupid in the first place. But we'll see. My analysis of the bilateral interactions here is that it is not a pure simping interaction that is unilateral from Frog Tony. She often initiates communications, mentions waking up into... Killed it. You know what? And again, I got that from like everyone else around this situation. Like, I was talking to like a lot of people about this, and they're like, she would initiate this shit. She's the manipulator. I'm like, yeah, I can tell that. And that's the thing. It's why I've been so not going in on Tony for this shit. Why I'm not doing what people like Sturgis have done, you know, because it's easy for people like because they have their little gay ass little spats and feuds, and it's just retards fighting. I don't know. And I think it's gay as fuck, in my opinion. You guys need grown-ass men looking like little bitches, in my opinion. You're pathetic. And plus, it's all in relation to literally circling around a feud between two bitch-ass men in fucking Yellow Flash and EVS. The ultimate heavyweight card of two bitches fighting over nonsense. No one cares. You're both trash-ass content creators, all right? You're boring, all right? You're both boring. I'd rather legitimately watch fucking paint dry. Actually, I would be very interested to see how it looks. I would actually watch paint dry. Who the fuck am I kidding? But seriously. But yeah, I love that he said this, because this is exactly how I would feel about the situation. This is a great, like, this is a phenomenal, phenomenal job by JF. I don't even like the motherfucker, but I gotta give props for props due. He killed this shit. He killed this. You can't lie. Interacts with him without him having initiated the conversation and shows up voluntarily on his stream discussing geeky themes that she appears to genuinely find exciting. This is far from the image that people behind those leaks attempt to push. The idea that he was constantly annoying and pursuing her without interest to her side. No, that's true. I was saying that too. Like, this is not what you guys think it is and what you're pushing. I said they're both at fault, but reality is Dalish is a dirty fucking liar. Good for JF Dub. Thank you. Finally, my points have been. I knew I was right. I was fucking right. I even added that dumb fuck Tony. I said, listen, I don't like your dumb ass. I don't like this idiot. But you know what? What Dalish did's fucked up, and she's a lying, disgusting piece of shit. And that's what's fucked up to me. She's a lying, and to me, I take a personal chord with that because I hate women that do that shit. I've had personal experience with shit like this. And it's fucking disgusting. It actually is. Anyways, the idea that he was just constantly annoying and pursuing her without any interest on her side. To the contrary, she develops the friendship, entertains it, talks of her emotions, of her job as an OnlyFans. I don't want to get like fucking age restricted here. Now, one might argue that this is just what OnlyFans 304s do. They create the illusion of friendship. That is what they do. But Frog Tony is definitely not to blame in terms of entertaining that friendship as she was engaging in it voluntarily. You know what? He might have just changed my mind. He might have changed my mind on this. You know what? All right. So Frog Tony was actually a stupid victim. He's still stupid, but he's a victim. But I will say there were mistakes were made. And I called them out regardless. Because giving her to Dick Masterson was such a dumb move, bro. It was so dumb. The only reproach one could make to Frog Tony is to have been too naive to the fact that there is no such thing as a friendship with an OnlyFans 304. Yes! That is literally the point! Nailed that shit! Let's go! You know what the worst part is? God, I might have to fucking have a talk with some people about this. Actually, God, that just hit me in the fucking... I'm not going to talk about certain other things. That's not my business to talk about, but let's just say, yeah, you ain't wrong about that. I don't think so, by the way. I think it's actually very possible to have it. But you have to understand boundaries. It's not you can't have a friendship with them. You can't have a fucking relationship with them. And I think that's the problem. Like, that's the actual problem. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't have a relationship with them. You can't. That's the problem. All right? But anyways. They will pump the money they can out of you, use your connections to rise to fame, and then leave you behind and forget about you. Exactly what happened. Interestingly, as Dirty Dalish appears on the live streams of Frog Tony, offers to make specific merchandise tied to her and to pay for whatever she has to wear when appearing on the show, highlighting the professional view that Frog Tony has of her presence in their geeky group. An opportunity to have her fame rise and his own audience boosted, a win-win. JF might have just, honestly, Tony should be on his knees thanking JF right now. Like, you should be sitting there saying, like, giving your hand out saying, thank you, sir. Because he killed this shit. He cooked this shit. For real. This is cooking. He's cooking. You should be thanking guys like me and JF, you know. We're the only ones that actually offended your ass. I mean, they don't even like your ass. Because I have principles. And this guy, with whatever the fuck's going on with him and that girl in the woods we don't want to talk about, even he has principles somehow. How does he have principles? What's going on? If you would have told me that JF would actually have the best base take on this entire retarded situation, I would have looked at you like, yeah, in 2026, you're probably fucking right. Once Dirty Dalish had pressed the Frog Tony lemon, the banter relationship eventually sours as she heads toward having secured an appearance on Dick Masterson. What a piece of shit. First of all, how low and pathetic you got to be to act. What do these people think Dick Masterson is? I don't know. Dick Masterson is a dead, useless, has-been dying star. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, she heads there. She becomes less and less responsive to DMs, changes plans. Mint talked about this as well on her stream. that Dalish would change plans but don't ask me why I was watching that stream. I don't watch her content before anyone asks. And this is not me doing that whole thing she was doing. Talking about, why are you in my feed? And I'm like, bitch, I don't fucking know. Fuck do I care? I don't watch her. I don't. I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't. I only watch it because I genuinely hate Riley. Tell you the truth. I just hate Riley. I hate him, and I enjoy making fun of that fat fuck. It's just very simple. I enjoy body shaming him. I enjoy talking about the fact that his dick's small. Well, that actually counts as the body shaming part. I enjoy talking about how stupid he is. I enjoy talking about how much of a fucking BPD fuck he is. The fact that he's nothing to live for. I enjoy how much I hate him. It's enjoyment. It's a sadomasochistic view. How much I hate him, but I enjoy shitting on him. Like, I hope that he suffers more and more in life. That's how much I hate him. You know, just because I'm a true fucking hater. Also, he's fat. But anyways, and he stinks. He smells. He fucking smells. Okay. Right. So let me keep reading this. This creates changes when does not appear on the This creates tensions. Frog Tony is anxious because he is suddenly faced with the withdrawal from her, and she's anxious too, stating it in all caps. Frog Tony encourages her to express her emotions and why she is anxious, but she is done. Frog Tony's usefulness to Dirty Dalish has expired. She's eaten what she could from his carcass and is ready to follow her natural OF cycle by moving on to greener grass. Oh, she's done with OF now, by the way. Yeah. Give it maybe 2-3 months. Let's see how done she really is. No more DM responses. And the way she framed it was like, no. See how she framed it, though? And how Tony looks stupid? Oh, she's a fucking, see? Piece of shit. She's a piece of fucking shit, bro. 3 months after her appearance on Dick Masterson, Dirty Dalish appears on a stream called FFS, for fuck's sake, I guess, revealing her DM interactions with Frog Tony and mocking his simp behavior. This is part of the story is so important so you understand what a woman truly is. She won't just empty your wallet, use your connections to build her rise to fame. She will then actively attempt to ridicule you for helping her. There is no such thing as pity or loyalty in a woman. They are carcass escalate. Okay, well, this is kind of misogynist, but for her, it's true, though. She's not even a woman. All right? Don't even demean the word woman by putting Dalish in the same category as a woman. She's trash. She's garbage. She looks like a man. She looks like a post-op. She looks like a non-binary. She has a rainbow flag. Okay, we're done. Okay, I'm done yelling. I'm done. I just want to say all that. Right. Anyways. Oh, God, dude, put that picture away. Fuck. Dude, I mean, what did you see? Anyways. This story is an opportunity for men to learn many things about women. Frog Tony here is being subjected to a new form of cancel culture where he has merely tried to help a woman rise to fame, which was stupid, without ever expecting anything in return. I'm going to let JF cook on this. I have my own thoughts on this, but and being an extreme gentleman in the process. Here are some takeaways from the story. Never subscribe to an OnlyFans. Yes, I've learned that lesson. Never give money to a woman. By the way, before anyone goes, what? It was to help a friend or whatever at the time. We don't like each other as it is, so it's whatever. I don't actually care. I was just fucking around the whole time. I only did it because I was just helping the person out. Personally, I was younger, so I learned that lesson when I was younger. As an older man, fuck this shit. Hell no. I'm so glad we're phasing on. We're not phasing on. I'm so glad there's so much of a hatred of this shit now that I feel better about things. You know what I mean? Never give money to a woman unless she carries your sperm in her uterus. What? Well, goddamn. Never be kind to a woman in the hope that this will put you in her good graces, or even you would develop a friendship with her. A woman will always use any DM she has with you to mock you later. This is a true statement. No, I agree with him on this one completely. Restrict all communications to establishing the date and location of the insemination. This guy is actually kind of based here. Deny women the opportunity to use you as a social escalator. If you give them your contacts to them. Yes, I said this. This is a bad move. You are worth nothing to them afterward. Only trade contacts for actual proven delivered pregnancies. Okay, we're done here. But there it is. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree with what JF did here. JF cooked this shit. I actually agree with him on this. Now granted, maybe coming from a view of over the top misogyny to an extent, but he's not wrong. Dalish is a piece of shit, and I've been saying it. I really thoroughly enjoyed actually covering this. I actually laughed my ass off a few times. All right, goodbye.